As a disclaimer, Monster Fuckers Anonymous is indeed about wanting to love and have sex with monsters, but we want to make things extremely clear from the get-go. Not all of the chosen monsters will be sapient, but we will not be endorsing zoophilia or bestiality. We will be as transparent and ethical as possible, while also sex positive and mostly having fun.
Vampires that stalk in the night, werewolves that howl to the moon, dragons that loom over the skies. These monsters and more have plagued mortals for millennia, clouding our minds with one singular thought.
Can we fuck 'em?
Fiction or reality, which one should we be? Don't think that I'm that naive to see the fiction or reality of things you've done to me. Now all this stupid shit is on repeat.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to another fantastic, wonderful, stupendous episode of MFA, aka Monster Fuckers Anonymous, a show where we talk about monsters, talk about the lore, talk about their media representation, and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Whether or not you just floating in the ether, vibing out, living your life, doing what you gotta do, whether or not you should be having raw dogging sex with those monsters. I am your colorful creature consultant cleric, and with me as always is the tenacious troubadour of technical analysts, Joe.
Raw dog! Raw dog!
Thank you. Oh my God, yes, thank you. Raw dogging it up. Joe, how you feeling today? How are you doing?
Fertile. Virile.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. So
non-menopausal.
Oh, okay. Joe is ready to breed. Joe is breed ready. And that's why we're gonna talk about monsters. Even though we're like moving old studios, as you may have heard, we have a new boss and we also have a new studio. So we're in our old one right now. Just, packing things up, getting things ready, getting things moving. So we thought we'd record a little episode as we're just doing some packing, right, Joe?
Yeah, I guess.
I know.
I don't like packing.
I know. Moving's always a tough thing, but hey, we got a new office in random limbo, so it is. We got to do what we got to do. Anyways, I'm just going to pack up a couple boxes. We're going to pick a topic randomly. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to open this box right here. It's labeled weird. It just says, Joe, I don't know if you know this box. It says unused guests. I don't even remember us having this box.
I mean, sometimes I get on some kind of speed situation and like a lot of work gets done. But like then the rest, who knows?
Okay, well, I'm just going to check what's inside. I don't know if I got to put the fragile label on it, so we're just going to open this box up, rip it open, and then...
Oh, God.
Oh,
fuck.
Ew!
What the fuck is this?
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Kendo?
I've been in there for so long.
You're so dusty.
Oh, my God. I forgot we had you even... I forgot we had Kendo scheduled as a guest.
You asked me to come on 7 months ago. I think you told me to wait in the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there...
Because we're doing the episode today. Stop crying, baby. It's today.
So why don't you introduce yourself? What are you up to? Who are you?
You didn't put holes in the box. I had to hold my breath.
You are actually crying right now.
I can see actual tears. I see actual tears.
Why wouldn't I be crying? You left me in the box for 6
It's okay,
months.
baby. It's okay, baby.
Maybe we should. Humans need a lot more than we think.
Yeah, don't worry.
I didn't have any food.
Okay, so here's a spell. It's sort of a spell where we kind of give humans something they forget everything that they ever experienced, including maybe even their birth and some happy experiences. All they want to do is just fuck. So here's this like applesauce packet. How's that? Just suck on this, okay?
Yeah, just suck on this.
And 3, 2, 1. So who are you? It's like, what's your things?
Yo, hey, my name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I use they he pronouns, and I think I want to fuck.
Yeah,
That's
that
great.
sounds
Really-
awesome. That sounds,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds very awesome. That sounds
I
like,
like-
really aligns with our podcast.
I think I like fucking sometimes.
I think I
it
like
ki-
fuck.
So
think
tell
I
us
like
what you
fuck.
want to fuck. What do you want to fuck right at this moment?
Right at this moment. A beautiful sea goddess.
Sea creatures. We're talking about sea creatures today, everybody.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
yeah,
go.
okay, yeah, let's go.
And don't worry, unlike our editor, you will be going back to Earth after this.
I'm not on Earth right now.
Anyways, we're going to be talking about sea creatures. What draws you to sea creatures, Kendo?
Well, have you ever been in the water?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
in general?
Uh-huh.
You know the feeling of like...
is this a soy sauce balls thing?
Okay. No, it's not a soy sauce balls thing. But you ever be... There's something I find whenever I'm in a water... Whenever I'm in a water...
Keep going.
Whenever I'm in the water, in the ocean, when I'm floating, where there's just something so like calming and relaxing about it. And then sometimes you're like, you're out swimming, like maybe you're just like in a backyard, like pool, like you, a partner, or like someone you might be interested in, and like things are getting like, you're like making looks at each other, And it's just, I don't know. There's something about being in the water that's just kind of hot. And what's more hot than a deep, dark, mysterious thing beneath the surface of that water, that tension, if you will. There's something about the tension. When you're in the water, especially the ocean, there is the possibility of death at all times. There's so many things down there. You don't know what's down there. And there's something about the possibility of death that is like... just gets the blood pumping, and sometimes the brain mistakes fear for arousal. So
yeah, that's the basis of our like. Sometimes you fear what you fuck.
Sometimes you want some. Sometimes you look at something, and you're like, you could kill me, and
that's hot.
Thank you for not, and that makes me trust you more, and maybe want to kiss you.
That
a
makes
little
me
bit.
come.
That makes me come immediately. The moment you could kill me and don't, I come. Whenever we mutually acknowledge it.
That's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Joe, if I remember correctly, you're not a fan of the ocean.
Yeah.
So
But I did recently watch The Lighthouse.
Oh.
And the mermaid pussy on that screen was slippery. It was
when wet.
Glistening. It was slippery when wet. It was glistening. It was on the Oregon Trail to my ass, So
I'm sorry, what?
I'm inspired.
Understandable.
I think I need you to be less inspired. No. Okay. Well, the ocean's full of mysteries and magic, and we're gonna try and raw dog the shit out of it. So, I've picked a monster, Joe has picked a monster, and Kendo has picked a sea monster, and we're going to go down using our brand new scale that corporate is forcing upon us to try and determine whether or not which one of our sea monsters gets the best raw fucking potential, the raw dogginess potential.
The raw dog potential.
Yeah,
RDP.
Yeah, thank you. It's the scientific term, RDP.
And if you think about it, most sea creatures are probably have oviparous gestation periods. In
Do you mean ovipositors?
Yes and no. We don't have to worry about us getting pregnant.
But they have, but the sea monsters have to worry about them getting pregnant.
Not necessarily even that, because our gestations is just so different.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, no, I see what you're saying now. Yeah,
I don't. So we're just gonna move on.
Yeah,
I want to stop.
Figured.
I want to stop doing that.
Figured.
But anyways, I think it's time for us to get started. Time to spread our wings and spread our legs to figure out what we can do. I'm setting something up. Can you let me fucking do what I gotta do?
Let Cleric
episode,
fuck.
though.
Let me.
No.
Let me fuck.
No.
Understandable.
Anyways, I think I'll start us off with our brand new scale, brand new things to give us a little good, give a little go ahead if everyone's cool with it.
Yeah.
And I'm choosing a medium that I love, a show that I love. So we can all come aboard and bring along all of our hopes and dreams. Because together
Oh my god.
We'll find Mr. and we're looking for One Piece. And if we're talking sea creatures, we got to talk about the boy, the goat, the man who stood up to emperors, to governments, to everybody. And that's my boy. My boy. He's on my wall right now at my own personal house in
You have him just hanging on your wall?
I got a poster of him. Let's calm it down there.
Okay. I wanted clarity.
My boy, Jinbe. He doesn't have a last name.
Jinbe, woo! We love Jinbe.
Deep into the Grand Line, underneath the roaring ocean, surrounded by monstrous creatures, lies an island no human can set foot in. Fishman Island. A place where those who dwell underneath the sea can escape the bigotry and hatefulness of the surface world. Once an orphan on the island, Jinbe learned quickly of the harshness of life in humans. Becoming a master of fishman karate, he served his queen honorably until another calling came his way, fighting for equality and to end slavery. He would continue this crusade even through the deaths of his mentor and queen, loss of friends, and having to become the dog of the government. All of these struggles helped Jinbe to become the right hand of the future king of the pirates, a true and honorable knight of the sea.
I think back to the time that my son began and swam on the end of this life.
Are you singing one of the endings?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of the One
okay.
Piece endings. I think it's one of the first two
Or
seasons.
absolutely Jinbe is not in this.
Yeah, Jinbe doesn't show up. Well, actually, fun fact, Jinbe is referenced in the first 20 chapters, but you don't see him until another 400 chapters in.
Because Fishman Island, that's where like Hammerdock.
I don't think
Arlong.
that's
Fish
him.
fuck.
His name's Arlong.
Arlong. Yeah, I'm sorry, you were not
Completely
even
far
close.
away.
Hammercock.
I would usually try to give it to you, Joe.
Wrong
You weren't-
fish completely.
You weren't even close.
Just not even remotely. He is a sawtooth shark.
Yes, my bad.
So, Jinbe is referenced in the first 20 chapters because Arlong, the fishman pirate that's terrorizing the East Blue, is technically part of the same crew as one of the warlords of the sea, Jinbe.
Yes.
So Jinbe we don't see until about 400 chapters in. And when we see him, he is locked up in the bottom of prison. Why? Because Luffy's brother, who is his friend, was about to be, spoilers for One Piece, but grow up.
Grow up. Watch this 1,000 episode anime.
It's about to have a remake and it has a live action. At this point, grow up.
Is Jinbe in the live action?
Nobody's referenced
He's
in live
mentioned?
action.
No. Yes, he's referenced, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Luffy's brother referenced?
Yes.
I know these things. I watched it. I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. Grow.
You watched
the
it
fuck
with us.
up.
Yeah, I kind of just hope that you would forget maybe in this.
I never forget anything about One Piece. I have that shit
You know
on
what?
lock.
That's fair. That's so fair.
I'm so ahead. I read leaks. I don't even see the images. I read them, so I know ahead of time everybody.
Oh, okay, nerd.
Anyways, as I was saying, Jinbe, you want to know why he was locked up? Is because he tried to Luffy's brother Ace was about to be executed, and Jinbe was like, "That's my boy. I'm not about to let my boy get executed." And because of that, he was kicked out of the Seven Warlords and he was locked up. So my man has loyalty on lock.
Yeah, no, hey, if you're looking for someone who will have a deep, deep passion for you, deep loyalty for you, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, deep passion for another man.
Yeah. This man is gay.
Hey, we love gays here.
This is a true blue gay man.
And this isn't a twink, which I appreciate.
Yeah, he's big. He's burly. He is solid. He's actually based on a whale shark.
Mm.
He looks.
They hug.
I was about to say he looks like he gives a great hug.
He does. Everyone hugs him. They call him boss. They call him. He's just
love
like
a
the big
boss,
chief.
love a coach, chief.
Yeah.
Kind of.
He's technically
chef.
the oldest Straw Hat at the moment. I believe, if I remember correctly, his age. He is in his like late 40s, early 50s.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say like
400.
a number over 100. Yeah, I thought you were going to go a number over 100. But no. Hey.
Actually, no, he's not the oldest member because
big hugging man.
Brooke is the old. Brooks
Brooks.
Oh,
Brooks
that is a skeleton man. He is dead.
He is dead, and he is
dead.
well into his 100s.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Or I think he's in his 90s now.
Good for him.
Good for him. Shout out to all your friends.
He looks great. He looks great for 90.
He looks great.
He's still limber. He's still out exercising.
Yeah. But Jinbe lives such a rich life. He is one of the strongest members of just the world. Everyone fears him. When Jinbe said he was joining the Straw Hats, the world shook. Because they were like, damn, they got Jinbe? Oh shit. Maybe things are getting serious.
Okay.
And I want to describe a certain scene to you to really get home how good and how amazing Jinbe is. So again, this is going to be major plot spoilers for One Piece, and I'll get into other, and I'll ask you all your opinions afterwards. But I want you to understand who Jinbe is. Fishman Island was technically protected by one of the 4 emperors of the sea, Big Mom. Big Mom, scary, murderer, kills everybody, and so in order to protect Fishman Island, Jinbe joined her crew to be like, hey, we're under her protection to help save us. So when Luffy came and was like, I claim Fishman Island, Jinbe was like, hey, I will join you. I just have to resolve this situation with Big Mom. I have to not be part of her crew. Fast forward about another 500 episodes. Jinbe finally confronts Big Mom and is just like, hey, Big Mom, I'm leaving your crew. But Big Mom was like, hey, only person who ever gets to leave my crew, if you want to leave my crew, I either take half of your lifespan or you don't cower in fear from me. And again, Big Mom is one of the emperors of the sea. She could rival the world government and destroy it. So she puts out all this pressure. She starts any other person, people start fainting, people start dying. Conqueror's hockey is getting thrown around, which is a big thing in the show. I won't get into it. Jinbe doesn't flinch. He takes his cup, he drinks it, he says, why would I cower to a mere emperor when I'm on the crew of the king of the pirates? Be gone, I'm going. And then he leaves. He goes back, he joins the crew, and he becomes their helmsman. That's my man, Jinbe. Loyal. He's he's just so powerful. He fights against slavery. He fights against bigotry. It's...
We love a woke king. We love a woke king.
I love
what's
him.
wrong with him?
Nothing.
Joe's trying to find a crack in the armor, trying to find... There's got to be something wrong with him. I don't know. That sounds pretty good to me.
He's an old man. He sees sometimes he doesn't get caught up with things fast. He is just a hand-to-hand fighter. He's very loyal. I think he's the type of person to be like, I love you and only you type thing.
So he's monogamous.
He is monogamous. There we go. We found the flaw. He's monogamous. He would be monogamous.
I feel like he would be. But he'd be like your fucking bear, top bear, who's just he's servicing you. He's very kind. I don't think he'd do anything rough stuff, to be honest. I don't feel like...
Vanilla.
Okay. Yes. That's
not necessarily a downer for me.
I will say, I think Jinbe will be very vanilla. He'll do things that you like if you bring it to him. He's like, I've never tried this before. Back in my day, we just had sex.
Oh, no. So he's one of those. He's a back in my day kind of person.
I feel like he's more of back in my day, we did this. But if you want to try it, sure. I'm always open to try new things. Do you want me to punch you in the back of the head? I don't know about that, but I'll
I am one of the strongest people in the world,
yeah,
so I don't know if you want me.
I'm a whale shark, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me to arm it at hockey and then punch you in the back of the head, but I don't know.
I can pull grab your hair or something.
I think if we do impact play, I'll probably dislocate your whole body.
Yeah. I also feel this is just... I'm doing him dirty because I love him so much. But I don't think he would ever degrade you. He can't do it. It's not in his system.
Oof.
He'd be like, call me a filthy pig. And he's like, I don't feel comfortable.
He's like, why would I call you that?
Yeah, you're my queen.
You're my queen.
You're my queer.
You're my king. I love you, king. Why would I ever do that?
Jinbe doesn't say queer. I don't think he says queer.
No, I think he would. He'd be like, you one of them, that TikTok audio, you one of them queers, but he's not saying it mean. He's saying that for the genuine question.
Okay, but the way you said it sounded like it was me.
Well, no, that's the audio. That's the TikTok audio. It's like, you one of them queers, but he's like, he's saying that as a general question because he's like, so am I.
Are you one of those, what are the queers? I think I'm one of those, actually.
I think I'm one of those, but if not, I support you. You'd be like the supportive dad.
That is so unattractive, guys.
I hate you. You want to know why? Because you sit here on this podcast and you talk about, oh, this giant 200 tall Cthulhu monster can fucking get it. But I introduce you to like the supportive dad figure who wants to love and care for you, who will protect you, who will be loyal to you until the end of time. You're like, gross. Gross.
The problem with loyalty.
No, break that down.
What a way to
finish
start.
the sentence. Finish the sentence. Break it down. Break it the fuck down.
Hey, we are all fallible, and we are very likely to be wrong to some degree. If either of us were like in some capacity for some reason go over to like the, so to speak, dark side of piracy, and then Jinbe, we just expect Jinbe to not have an opinion other than loyalty due to a history. Like I don't. There's no priority to relationships that due to longevity to me. You know what I mean? Like loyalty and longevity. Okay.
You would be wrong, as you usually are.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm a fucking idiot and I'm stupid. But yeah, go for it.
So Jinbe in the past, when he first joined, before he joined the Sun Pirates, he hated humans. He was just like, I don't like you. Well, Kendo,
so he's racist. Well, no, okay, no. I was going to say, are you going to correct Joe's? Are you saying Joe's wrong based on information you didn't give her?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because Joe was working off of the information that you told her already, and then you went, haha, stupid, you're wrong. Actually, in this chapter of One Piece that you've never read before.
Yeah, and that's how a conversation works.
I want to say that word so bad.
And that's how a conversation works. Say it, Joe. Fuck it. Don't do it. We're on Spotify. Don't fucking do it.
I just wanted to make sure that we were all clear on what just happened.
Oh, we're all clear.
First of all, I want to make this very, very clear. Jinbe in the past
was a racist.
He wasn't a racist. No, it was the No. It was the opposite. Because you know how humans are racist. Like it's like if white people are racist to POCs, but POCs aren't racist to white people because it's that dynamic.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no systematic power he has over humans.
That's
Got
right.
it. Okay. Yeah.
So he was just like, I don't trust humans. I don't like them. I don't fuck with them. Blah blah blah. So when he met his mentor, Fishman, not Fishman. His name is Fisher Tiger.
Fisher Tiger? Is he a co-owner to Fisher Price?
A little bit. Anyway, we'll get to that.
He's got 5%.
He's got 5% in
so
equity.
Fisher Tiger escaped slavery and beat the fuck out of one of the celestial dragons who was like the ruling class of this world. So Jinbe was like, of course I'm gonna link up with him. But the best way to describe Fisher Tiger is he's Professor Xavier of like, we can coexist, blah blah blah. And so Jinbe originally was like, Jinbe and Arlong, who you meet in the first couple chapters, were both like, this is stupid. Like humans, I don't respect them. We'll still beat up the Marines and free slaves, but also fuck humans still. But Fisher Tiger was like, hey, listen, we got to try and coexist. The Queen also believes in coexistence. Like, I feel like that very strongly. They meet this human girl. Fisher Tiger's like, we got to take her back to her actual village so she'll come on our boat. And Jinbe begins to get this bond with her and starts to realize maybe the discrimination thing, or not discrimination, my hatred towards humans, I can maybe move towards coexistence because that's what my boss, Fisher Tiger, wants. And I fuck with that. They drop off this girl. Her name's Koala. You meet her future in the story, blah, blah, blah. The Marines then show up and because humans betrayed them. And Fisher Tiger ends up taking a fatal wound. Fisher Tiger then says, hey, they're like, hey, boss, we'll give you human blood in order for you to get like this blood transfusion so you can live. Fisher Tiger then says, nah, turns out I'll be real, I can't stop hating humans. So I don't want their blood in my system. I would rather die than do that. But believe me, I want coexistence, but I just can't go that. Like, I still have hatred in my heart.
It can't be me.
It can't be me.
It
someone else is gonna have to do that.
And so he dies, Arlong fucks off, and Jinbe picks up his dream. I say all this to be like, Jinbe is somebody who will challenge. So Jinbe is someone who's like, hey, you should do this. Like, I don't believe in you, but then we'll find the data. I'll be like, okay, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I'll say that. Or the opposite. He does challenge Luffy and some of the other pirates and says like, hey, this is a stupid idea. Are you sure you want to do this? The only reason I'm following is because like, it helps me out at the moment, but know that I don't agree with you. and I will challenge you and say, like, we should do this, we should do that. Hey, don't
Okay.
rush off. Don't do that. Like, he'll still follow. If you rush off, he'll follow you up, but he'll be like, you're a fucking idiot. Why are we doing this?
Okay. This is a much more 3-dimensional version of what you described earlier.
That's how a conversation works, Kendo.
With you withholding information until it was useful to turn it around on someone. And
let's
claim
cue up the
ignorance.
music, Cleric's special interest corner where I
I
ran
think
for,
about
for
the
20
time
minutes.
that research began.
So, yeah,
I
I love you too, Kendo. How are you feeling after that big brief of an explanation? How are you feeling?
I still
Me
want him to
or
choke
Joe?
me out, but he's not going to.
No, it sounds like he will, but he'll be like, "You're stupid for this."
No,
Actually, hold on, wait. So you get 2 of the things that you kind of wanted. He'll degrade you and be like, "Hey, you're stupid. This is a bad decision, but I'll do it with you."
No, I feel like he wouldn't. He'd be like, he'd be the type to choke you, but then like immediately release grasp. Like, am I doing it too hard? Do you want it soft or harder? And you're like,
Check-ins
harder,
are
and
good.
you're like, okay, but then he won't do it as hard as you want. And you're like, he's like, no, you can go harder than that. He's like, let's just do doggy style, and I'll spank you, and we'll call that a day. And he's like, oh,
I'll
okay,
spank you and dislocate your hip.
yeah. I feel like there's levels. He would do baby steps into like degradation and stuff like that, but he wouldn't do extreme things. Like, he's not going to start like and I don't think he would degrade you genuinely. I think he would be like, that's too much. Like, you're my baby girl. He'd do body worship for sure. He'd be like, he would definitely hit your praise kink. But I don't think he wouldn't degrade you. I hate that Joey's against this so much. I don't know.
I have been a punisher of the evil and the downright nasty for my entire life. If you can't call someone at least like a little bitch, slut, idiot, then like what?
Whatever. Kendo, you're on my side though, right? You see where I'm coming from.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, no, he big, nice man. You know, I fuck with it.
Yeah, and he's always wearing kimonos. He changes outfits. You see him wearing those little. He changes.
Oh wow, he changes clothes. What a great class.
Okay, first of all, when it comes to anime characters,
you know what? That's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
He
That's a good point.
Food.
I love the way he breathes, just like me.
Water.
Let's get into the scale.
No.
I'm not about to be fucking talked to
Yeah,
you like
let's
this.
get
Let's get into the fucking scale.
That
I'm
sounds
not gonna be
awesome.
talked to you like this.
Yeah.
Introduce the scale to us. What are we starting off with?
Let's spread.
Let's spread it out.
My cheeks are open.
Oh,
So while Kendo's cheeks are open, if you see here, we'll sort of flip it like a page. The first aspect, the first letter of our new scale that we are introducing is sex appeal. We'll start there, and then we'll go on to personality, then relationship potential, then encounter chance, and then death risk. And then we'll sort of average it all from there, and then we will see who at the end of this wins the best raw dogginist sea
Raw
creature.
dogginist sea creature. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna show some images of my boy Jinbe. Jinbe, he's like I said, he's big, he's burly, he's a bear through and through. He is a solid boy. He's Kendo, we may have to push back your appearance on the show. Just kind of, I don't think it's really working out this episode, so we might have to
That's so fair.
So
That's
get back in the box.
I'm
Yeah, get back in the
getting
box.
I'm
Anyways.
sorry, continue.
He's big, he's burly, he's strong. He's got those little tusks in his mouth. You can make out with him. He's just a strong man. I think he's sexy. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, we're good. Let's do 9. The sex appeal is absolutely there.
Look at that. Look at
He's got big teeth.
He got his titties out. Look at his titties out.
He does have
He's
his
got
titties out.
tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
He could eat you.
Oh,
He's got the physique.
his tongue is wide.
He could eat you.
He can fucking.
He can
just
eat your
get in
whole
there.
ass and
He's got
ass
web
cheeks at the same
fingers.
time.
Always fisting.
Always wet. Always can keep you moist.
Always wet.
Always wet.
Look at him
Let's go.
smiling.
Ready
Look at him
to go.
enjoy.
No lube necessary. He's just slick. I'm gonna
Slippery when wet.
Slippery when wet.
Look at him. He also gives great hugs.
He's so
great
he
to
does,
hug.
Yeah.
Look at him. Great to hug.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could think of anything to bring the score lower than 9, but I don't know if I can.
You can't.
He's got it all. He's got it all.
He's got it all. 9 out of 10. That's
it all.
Carl Weezer. What did Carl Weezer? Jimmy's mom. Croissant. Jinbe.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so 9s across the board.
No.
Joe, what's our next one?
Our next one is personality. How affable are they? How downright dog shit bad fucker are they?
They're not. Jinbe is loyal, kind, supportive. He's the whole. I think I've spent the past like 20 minutes describing how amazing he is.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
You have.
That's fair.
He does seem like a really good guy.
I will say.
That doesn't make him complicated, though. It doesn't make him, like
complex.
particularly.
Actually, let's break that
interesting.
down. You don't think the person who fought against slavery and freeing them is complex? Isn't complex?
Does that? Let's think about.
Does that
Hausen.
need to be complex?
Let's
Does
think about
fighting slavery
Hausen.
have to be complex?
Hausen, Baldur's Gate 3. That guy's not interesting. He's been through a lot. But is his personality like? Is there anything really noteworthy about him?
No, he's
other
just
than
kind
his
of like
big
nice
cock?
and horny. Yeah.
But that's not
he's a bad
Jinbe.
leader.
Jinbe is supportive. He has a complicated past. He has he
Hausen.
fights people.
Hausen.
He's shown his complete and utter He's complete and utter fear and his loyalty and like I can't the words you frustrated me to the point that I don't have the words.
No, I get it. He's a big nice guy.
He's
But
more than a
where's
big
the
nice
edge?
guy.
I'm giving him an
edge.
I'm giving him an 8.
Here's the thing. I like my lovers and partners a bit more chaotic.
Okay, that's fair.
I like I like someone like not just to the point like Jinbe doesn't seem like a person I could do a bit with.
No, that's actually so very true. I will give
He
you
doesn't
that.
seem not that I can't have fun with him, but I don't think how we will sometimes just like out of nowhere like we'll get into like a little like fake thing. It's like fun.
We'll
we're
play
jabbing each other.
Overcooked too.
We'll play Overcooked. We'll yell at each other,
Yeah.
and it's like, but at the end of the day, it's still fine. It's like I kind of need that.
I don't. He will not be the one to give that to you. I'll be straight up.
And I'm going to be honest. That's going to bring it down to a 4 to me. That's a lot of my relationships with most of the people I like. I'm sorry.
Right. That's fair. I'll put my hands up.
I love a really nice guy. I need to be able to do a bit with you.
Okay, that's fair. I'll put my hands up, but I'll let you know. I'll remember this for the other scores.
I'll remember this for the rest of my
Cleric
life.
will remember this.
Yeah. So you try to pull one over me where you're like, oh, she's just super nice. We'll go from there. Anyways, next one.
Relationship potential.
He 9 out of 10.
How accessible and available is he really for a relationship, though? Life out
To be
at sea is-
honest,
He's on adventures and shit.
that depends. It really does depend on you if you don't mind your lover being out on the sea.
I hate leaving my house.
So yeah,
Also
you could
on
stay
the
in your
sea.
house. He'll come back and fuck you and you leave and then leave back on the sea. There's a couple different relationships in the One Piece world that's like that, where the pirate will come back to the island, raw dog, and then leave. That's what Usopp's doing.
Honestly, you know what? Okay.
That's also what Usopp's dad did. Usopp's dad fucking knocked some girl up, then left to the sea, and then Usopp did basically the exact same thing, but she loves it. Kaya's waiting for him eagerly to come back for all his stories.
That's fair. Now, I do want to remind us, he is monogamous. And
That's a y'all thing. I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that brings his score down immediately to 0 for me because if I'm not monogamous.
Do we do zeros in the new score?
I can make it a 1. I can make it a 1.
Okay. And Cleric said 9. Okay, so
Kendo, you don't need to be on the show anymore.
I think it's 8. I think the potential is definitely there. I think he'll do a lot to make himself available and accessible, but it's not perfect.
A 1? A 1 is fucking wild.
I'm so dog. I don't know what you want me to lie about myself? You want me to go? You want me to lead him on? You want me to go on a couple of dates with Jinbe, going fully knowing that I'm going to have to go? By the way, I have a partner, and we're non-monogamous.
It's a fucking fantasy world. Grow up. Anyways, let's move on.
And in my fantasy, I have to be monogamous. That doesn't seem like it's my fantasy, does it? That's someone else's. That's his fantasy, and I'm not going to break myself down. I'm not going to lie to myself for him. We could be great friends. If you want to be friends with benefits, that's fine. But when it comes to a relationship, I can't lead him on like that.
What's the next score?
I couldn't do that to Jinbe.
I couldn't do that to my man. You want me to do that? You want me to be that person to Jinbe? You want me to lie to him?
My guy Jinbe.
Encounter chance. So it's kind of leading somewhat hand in hand with relationship potential. Although we may have conflated it far too much. Yes?
This one will be a bit tough.
The sea monster thing is definitely a fun episode to introduce the scale to.
Yeah, because he's on the sea. He's on a pirate ship. They do frequent various islands, but there's a bunch of islands in the world. You have to be sometimes on the Grand Line. You have to be around and about on an island that he visits and then build from there. I don't think the encounter chance is 0 or like in the lower half, but I'll give this a 4. I think a 4.
It's like a 5. It's like a 5.
Yeah,
it's like a 5.
I know I'll be 5. Yeah. I'll push it up to a 5.
Okay. Encounter chance, like if I was out on the sea, I don't hate the sea. I like the sea. I like being out on the sea. It's been a second.
Love being on a 9-month cruise.
I've never been on a cruise, and I probably never will. Thankfully.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would say, assuming I was in the world of One Piece, the chances of me being out on the sea, way higher. So yeah, I'll give it, and assuming that, I'll give it like a 6.
So let's end it out. Joe, what's the last one here?
Death risk. It's solid, not as much of a risk as perhaps the rest of these.
Jinbe can kill, but
would he?
Jinbe wouldn't. Jinbe has a non-killing humans pact with Fisher Tiger. When Fisher Tiger died, he swore to not kill humans.
A death pact.
He followed Fisher Tiger's teachings of non-killing of humans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
He wouldn't. So
seems
technically, this is a 10 out of 10.
Seems like a 9. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so the higher the number, the less likely
that they will kill you.
I do want to be clear. That's a little confusing, but I would give that a solid 9. Mostly because I think it would be accidental if he were to kill you, just because
if you were
he's
perhaps
too strong.
here for the other scale, kind of, despite the fact that we kept you locked up in a box for 7 months, you would understand the death risk, how it works.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you know what? Fair enough. I was locked in a box with no air holes, so
Well, while we process that trauma, well, you help
I'm ready
process.
to fuck.
While you process that trauma, why don't we do a little bit of a pause for math to get our overall scores for the new scale? Joe, read off the spreadsheet.
Okay, so Cleric, your overall score for Jinbe is an 8.6.
Let's go.
Mine is a 7.8, and Kendo's is a 5.8, which gives Jinbe a very respectable overall average score of a 7.4.
That one brought him.
Sorry.
He could have been a top tier monster. He could have been.
I'm sorry. I don't think he would want to date me, knowing that I would not be solely his.
Whatever. Let's talk about what you want. Let's talk about your monster now. Huh? How about that? Let's get to your monster. And don't worry, I'll be holding you to the same criteria you held mine up to.
Okay.
So bring it up.
I'm not defensive about this.
I am.
You can vote however you want. It's your opinion, dog.
Can you be a little bit defensive about it so it's funny?
Okay, yeah, no, I can do that.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
we appreciate it.
Cleric,
Thank you for
if you
changing
don't-
yourself for us.
Hey, that's what I'm all about. Adaptation and change was one of the core tenets of my high school.
Social Darwinism.
Amen. All right. So I bring to thee, Lord and Lady of Monster Fuckers Anonymous, the Goddess of Mercy, Queen of the Ocean, Mother of Ponyo, Granmamare.
I've never seen Ponyo. I didn't even expect Ponyo to be here. I'll be so real. That genuinely threw me off. You even sent a picture of her. You sent a picture of her, but I don't know why that just threw me the fuck off. Mother of Ponyo.
Yeah, dog. That's hey, that's a big thing that she's known for. Being the Mother
All right.
of Ponyo.
Read your description.
Granmamare, the benevolent and powerful goddess of mercy and queen of the sea, and mother of Ponyo, is as immense and bountiful as her watery domain. Her love, like her luscious red locks, is ever flowing like the currents of the sea, shared with sea creatures and humanity alike, with a presence warm like the sun and calming like a hot spring. Just being near her is enough to revitalize even the most worn of bodies, meaning you can enjoy every moment with her for as long as you'd like. Oh, and don't worry, she's fertile. Very fertile.
The fuck you mean by that? What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean by that? It's so clear. She has so many kids. Have you watched Ponyo?
I have not, no.
She has so many
8 million children.
She has 8 million children. She's because she like gives birth like a fish, so it's like millions of children.
I don't know if I'm ready to be a stepfather like that. To 8
Ain't nobody
million?
said shit about being.
You're not going to step up?
You're not going to be the dad who stepped up.
No, I could step up, like if it's like for maybe
Also,
3
you don't
or
need
4.
to. She has a husband, Fujimoto, Ponyo's dad.
Who the
He
fuck is
won't
that?
like you, but he doesn't matter.
He gets over it. He lets Granmamare like kind of talk him into.
He harbors jealousy, but he knows there's nothing he can do.
There's
about
nothing
it.
he can do. Yeah, what are you going to do? Hold
Married
the ocean for
a
yourself?
goddess of the ocean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Her love is for everyone.
That's
Her
not
mercy is for everyone.
great.
What do you mean that's not
okay?
great?
So if we're going by opposite dynamics of Jinbe, where
Mhm.
like that's monogamy, blah blah blah. You want to get introduced to a dynamic where one partner loves you, but then you have to deal with their partner who is jealous and vindictive.
I don't have
and
to
who
deal
will be-
with him. I don't have to
Listen,
deal with them. The
when the
ocean is
other-
big. He can be on one side and I can be
When
on the other.
your metamor is a wizard, that's not a guy anymore.
Yeah,
That's not a guy anymore.
that's not.
That's
You're
a
not
wizard.
you're not dealing with just a regular dude. You're dealing with a wizard who maybe you
Now, what's he
leave-
gonna do?
take your dick.
Wizards of
Why?
Waverly
Okay,
Place.
okay. Here's the thing. He takes my dick. I go tell his wife, and she beats the shit out of him. Talks him
She
into it.
beats
I
the
get
shit
my
out of
dick
him.
back, and then we fuck.
No, I don't think she beats the shit out of him.
No,
She's
she
like,
she goes to him and goes, Fujimoto.
She will coddle her husband and then give you a new fish dick.
Hey, cool.
But he's just gonna keep messing
You
with you
know?
in weird ways, and it's just like, but you can never. It's like it's having.
He's
your-
chill by the end of the movie. To be clear,
By the end of the movie. But yes, we have we've awakened the problem here,
Mhm,
which is
mhm, mhm.
the love of your life's husband.
the love of my
Yeah.
life's husband.
Tell me,
Yeah,
tell me
no,
more
for
about the
sure.
love
I
of your
get you.
life. Tell me more about her.
So, Granmamare, she can first of all change her size, so she can be as big or as small as you would like. You know, malleable like the ocean. Literally, her presence in the movie. There are a bunch of like old people that like go on the journey or whatever to like Ponyo's family. I'm not Ponyo's. The kids' family.
Sosuke.
Sosuke, thank you. Just being near her allows makes them feel good enough where they can get up and walk for like the first time in like forever. Like they can run. Like, so being around her, great for, hey, you got arthritis, bam, gone. You got chronic pain, boom, gone. You want to fuck all night and not want to get tired, boom, done. Being around her is calming. Hey, if you got a mommy thing, what's better than a big water goddess mommy? She is very, very experienced at being a mother, being caring. She's literally the goddess of mercy. So that's your praise kink right there. That's your my brain died because I heard
Herein lies another problem, though.
Yeah.
Another person who
Mhm.
does not degrade.
Yeah.
She is also willing to test you if that is a thing. If you want someone who will be like,
Okay, that's
who will dom
interesting.
you, because her whole thing in the movie is that like, oh, Ponyo and Sosuke, you're like, oh, Ponyo's having feelings for Sosuke. Okay, cool. Let's test Sosuke. You have to do X, Y, and Z. Get to the end of this thing, and if you're able to do that, I will allow you to be with my daughter. So you need someone to dom you, give you clear instructions. Do JOI, do whatever it is that you want to tell she won't call you bad names. She will
Yeah,
not.
that's what I say. That's not
degrade you.
degradation. That's
She
just
will not.
instructions.
She's not going to degrade you, but she will dom you.
But she will test a 4-year-old.
She will test a 4-year-old.
This is where I go to the opposite effect of it, where I'm like, what if she just can't turn off mother mode? You know? 'Cause don't get me wrong, milf's
That is
phenomenal.
frustrating.
Mommy's
That is
hot,
frustrating.
but always being
Mhm.
around, like say, we'll take it out of the
She's
bed.
a lifestyle kink commitment type
of
of
being a
no,
mommy.
she is.
It's like, hey, you have wonderful back-breaking, bed-shaking sex, and then you're
Mhm.
kind of like,
She
the
bores you.
aftercare afterwards is just like, did you have a good time, baby? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And you're like, okay, we can stop now. I'm gonna dog.
Okay, I don't. Okay, you're making up a voice for her. That's not.
I'm
that's not
making
how she
okay.
talks.
I know it's not how she's talking. But I'm
That's not
saying
how
like,
she
it's that
talks.
energy of just like constantly, even when you're not in that situation, or even when you're setting it up, you're like, I want to be on top now. Like, no. Mommy's got you.
Her
It's like,
voice is
all
like,
right.
her voice is like, Ponyo. Like it's very.
Do you want a Capri Sun?
I don't think it's that. She's.
I bought Sunny
But
D
no,
for the bake
it's
sale.
It's definitely like a bit more of like it is definitely
It's
a bit more of like a bassy, like kind of like
Just imagine her at a parent teacher conference. What did Ponyo get in English? Not my Ponyo.
not very good because she lives in Japan.
They have
maybe,
English
I guess
classes?
They
Hold
have
on.
English
Hold up.
classes. No, they do. No, you're right. They do have English classes.
Okay. What did we try? What did we break? Try to break down Jinbe with? How are we going to combat that with this woman?
Because here's the thing.
Giant lady.
Giant lady.
woman.
Again, it's one of the problems I'm seeing is she can't turn off mommy mode. It's going to be for all that. Two,
Yeah.
even though
An assumption on your part, but okay.
you made a lot of assumptions with fucking Jinbe, so I'm letting you. So how about you fucking check
And then
yourself real quick?
and then I let you be able to tell us a little bit more about it.
And you've
then
done that. And you've done that. So now allow me to continue here.
Okay, no, go for it. Yeah.
Mwah.
Mwah.
This is so gross.
Wow,
Sorry.
two people sharing affection is gross to you.
So
Yeah.
Jim. So
Understandable.
one is I don't know if she can turn off mommy mode. That's one of the things that I'm just gonna assume like she's gonna be constant mother. Two, even though you're saying like the kids go with the partner and you can just hang out with her, she's always gonna be like around her kids. So if you're not comfortable being around, almost 8 million kids.
The the ocean is big, dog.
It's at
I don't
least
think you understand.
one or two of them are going to be around, and you got to be a step parent.
I don't think you understand that you can go, hey, can we have some private time? And then she will take you to the other side of the ocean.
But eventually, she's gonna be like, "Hey, I need you to be around my kids or something."
Why are you assuming that's how she feels?
Because we have to make a personality for her, Kendo. It's a whole show.
Okay, yeah, and I'm saying that that's not how she is. I watched the movie. Did you?
Third thing that's coming up that might be a problem is the paramour, is the metamor. The metamor who's gonna steal your dick. Who's gonna do little things to mess with you. Who's gonna be like, I don't know if I really like that. And then she has to deal with his stuff, and you have to deal with that dynamic. And if you're not ready for those dynamics, all things you got to deal with. But
she is a god. She probably will, like I said, coddle her husband and be like, "You just have to understand where he's coming from." And it's just like
he's going to steal your penis and make it rain every time you have a job interview. You have to get used to it.
Do I need a job now that I'm fucking the goddess of the sea?
She's not giving you money.
Yeah, do I need money? She can
if
take
you
me
want to
to
get
an
an ice
island.
cream, she can't help you.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, no, you're so right. That's fair.
When she's hanging out with her husband, what are you doing? Just floating in the ocean?
I
no
don't
job,
think
having
that
ass?
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say she might be able to be in multiple places at once. She's a goddess.
Was that in the movie?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Then there we go. Get to the scale.
Let's get to the scale.
Let's get to the scale.
Sex appeal.
Also, wait, hold on. Okay.
What?
No, I was going to say, it doesn't matter if she spends times with her husband. I'm non-monogamous. I will also have times where I'm not around her as well. That's fine.
Exactly. We can get to that sort of relationship potential. We can dive back into there. Well, I say that in the sense we'll probably cut that and move to there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sex appeal.
Sex appeal.
Sex appeal.
Kendo, how sexy? Let's go with you first. How sexy you finding them?
Okay, come on.
This is hard.
She's a big lady. She's a big lady. I mean, come on. I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna put some pictures in here. I'm gonna put some GIFs in here.
Can we get some Rule 34?
Can we get some Rule 34?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, she's pretty. She's pretty. I love her red hair.
She's very pretty.
She can bore you real quick.
Does she have more sex appeal than Jinbe though?
It depends on what you're into. I would make that argument. One, like you said, it's a Dami Mommy type vibe. If you're into giantist, like micro.
Oh yeah.
Type beat.
Yeah.
I think that kind of. What is this Rule 34 that you just like?
Did you literally not just ask me?
I did.
Did
and
you
know
literally not just ask me?
I hate that this is hitting on my kink.
I
like big. I like big people.
I read you like a book, cleric.
10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. No, I'm not going to give her higher than Jinbe. 9 out of 10. You get the same score.
10 out of 10 for me.
I'm sorry. Maybe I hate women. I don't know.
We did know that.
We knew that.
I think it's an 8.5.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't know. There's something like she's not like sexy, you know? Like she's
okay. She's pretty. She's beautiful. She's
beautiful.
not necessarily sexy. I understand that.
Yeah, I could also see that. Okay. So next is
personality.
What is she like?
Well, again, she is the goddess. She is the goddess of mercy.
It's like tests. It's like,
tests in that, but very, very, very gracious about it. Will help you out in a bind. In the movie, she's able. I think there's like some fisherman's boat that like gets like stuck out in the sea, and she's able to turn the engine back on to help him get back to shore. She can dom you. She will test you, but she is very caring, loving. But it's like also like not in the way where it's like she can't like. There's a humor about her, you know. She's not just like boring and like, you know, she makes jokes.
Is a little boring.
She can be playful. Maybe to you, yeah, fair, sure. I'm sorry, she's not going to call you a little bitch if she slaps you around, but she can have fun, and that's primarily.
I'm always down for a mommy. I love MILFs. I love big MILFs.
She is the MILF of MILFs.
I love MILFs, but like, where's the trauma?
Where's the trauma? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Unlike Jinbe, no trauma that I know of.
Yeah. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I think she is hot. I do think she's hot, but the mommy persona, like I said, could grate on me for a bit if we was outside that dynamic.
I get over. I'm already over it. You know, like.
But I think I'm. It's like a iffy with it.
I'm going 7 as well.
I'm gonna go 8. I do wish there was a little more edge to her. I genuinely do. But I'm also okay with the mommy thing.
Cool. All right then.
Relationship potential.
Kendo, you go first.
Anywhere where there, again, the ocean is big. It is not owned by one person.
Mm-hmm.
She is the ocean.
She is the ocean, exactly. And so anywhere where there is the ocean, I can, you know, there's ease of access, you know.
Cleric, you and I live on the coast.
I could stick my dick in the Atlantic.
Exactly. See,
we don't live in the coast. We live in limbo.
But anywhere where there's the ocean, you know, we can meet up. plenty of dating spots, like wonderful food places along the coast. She's very loving, caring, willing to sit down and have a talk about issues, very communicative.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I'm gonna have to go. That's a 9 for me.
Okay, can I give you my score?
It's probably low because of the wizard taking
1.
your dick, but go ahead.
Why? What?
Well, as Kendo
I
pointed
think just
out,
out of spite.
No, I have a legitimate reason. First of all, calm yourself.
Go for it.
As you
Calm
said,
myself on Black History Month? Okay.
This doesn't come
We
out.
can cut that out.
This doesn't come out in February, so guess what? Doesn't count.
Yeah, but this was recorded. It doesn't count.
dating the podcast.
Anyways, so 3, 2. I have a legitimate reason, and that reason is simple. As you put up with Jinbe, where it's monogamy, and that's not something you can really roll with. It's the opposite for me, where sure I can do open maybe, but in the end of the day, I can't really do like husband wife, and I have to deal with that dynamic and navigate there.
Yeah.
Like if I have to navigate
It's
your
rough.
relationship in my relationship,
It's very rough to navigate polyamorous marriages for sure. Like nesting partners, get me out of there.
Yeah. And if I'm just hitting it and quitting it, easy. But this is relationship potential. For me, just like for you, I got to give this a 1.
Okay, fair enough. You're a piece of shit, but I get it.
I will beat your fucking ass.
Do it. Roll up.
I think just as there is a lot of accessibility, there isn't a good there's magical hangups here for sure. And I think it's not too difficult. I think 8 is still fairly solid. No, we'll go 9. We'll go 9 because she's definitely more accessible than Jinbe. I think it just has to be.
Feeling hateful.
Encounter chance. Actually, yes. Encounter chance.
Anywhere where there's the ocean.
Okay, why would she come out though? Like my question is,
She's a busy lady.
Yeah, she's busy. She's got 8 million kids. She has to manage the whole ocean.
Literally in the movie, she goes out of her way to show up for this one rando person in the middle of the ocean to help them out, to give them a little push on their way. Anywhere where there's the ocean and anywhere where you may have a problem on the ocean, she could show up. For you.
So if I'm not in the ocean,
I think to be fair, her daughter was in danger, or like her daughter was actively the one directing the course of where
potentially,
you know.
It's been a while since I watched the movie, so I don't remember the full context of the scene.
Like the only reason Granmamare gets involved is because of Ponyo, because Ponyo wants individualism.
So yeah, if one of her kids has to be involved, then this does
she has
lower.
A fuck ton of kids.
She has literally millions, if not billions, of children.
But also, again, why does those kids want to get involved with people?
That's literally the whole movie of Ponyo.
All of her kids wants to? Or
there's
just
the potential.
Ponyo? Okay, see, potential.
I mean, it's just Ponyo in that movie, but like, it shows if it can happen to one of them, it could probably happen to all of them, you know? And it's not like she stopped having kids. I'm sure she will continue to have children.
Okay.
So out of millions upon millions upon millions of them, I'm sure there's like a handful of them that might cause an issue.
All right. I think I'll put a lower encounter chance, but I understand a high one.
I'm still gonna go 7 because you have to be near the ocean. And again, I'm gonna be fair. The ocean is big, so she can be anywhere on that ocean. The timing just has to be kind of right. But I feel like that's the same about Jinbe, even more so, you know, because Jinbe is just one guy on the ocean, you know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give this like a 4.
It's pretty high. It's very high on a technicality. You know what I mean? Like I think we're gonna go 8.
All right, fair. It's now death chance, right?
Death risk.
She is
the ocean. She would ever kill you.
She could drown you.
I mean, it's not 10. You know what I mean?
She doesn't want to drown you. And
I guess,
again,
honestly,
goddess of mercy. Her whole thing is she saves people on the ocean.
She can save you. She can save you. Yeah.
Like she like literally like I think they're when they were going into the water, she just puts bubbles around them so that they don't drown.
Okay. So I think the only hang up, I think you're right. This is I don't think you have a high chance of dying with her. I think getting to her is where the death would come because she has to notice you in the ocean. She could be busy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, again, on my context, it's like she doesn't know everything that's going on in the ocean.
Not all gods are omniscient.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
that's
if
fair.
you...
And there's no evidence that she is omniscient as far as things happening.
So my assumption is the most like death risk that you have is if you just go into the ocean trying to find her and you don't succeed. And I think that's fair. So I'm gonna give this a 7.
Mm.
I'm gonna go 9 because as long as she knows you are coming, as long as she knows you're there, she will make sure no harm comes to you.
9. Same thing. Same shit. Same.
All right. Well, then we got all our scores. Time to take a quick dip in the ocean and see what we can find, and then we'll pause for a little bit of math.
Math time.
All right, after a quick dip, Joe, let's go to the spreadsheet. Tell us what you got.
Ponyo. So, cleric. Granmamare, you got a 5.6.
Mm-hmm.
For Granmamama, I got an 8.3. And Kendo, a powerful 8.6, which gives Granmamare a 7.5 altogether.
You're fucking joking. A point ahead of Jinbe. Not even a point.
Let's go.
Hey, listen, would it be more or less frustrating if you got the same score?
Less.
It very much could have been that.
It would be less frustrating.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, hopefully I can win out of somebody. So, Joe, what is the monster you're presenting today?
So, I didn't realize that you guys were choosing fucking characters that existed. I decided to be special.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I decided to do something a little bit more... I don't actually have an argument here. Just like you guys brought cool like people, and I have this amazing creature that I will now be sharing with you or something.
Choice.
So I will be bringing the Bakunawa.
The what?
The Bakunawa is an ocean serpent, moved by the moon in Filipino mythology. The harbinger of eclipses, natural disasters, and storms. Its movements divine the date and time. With multiple ethno-linguistic origins within the Philippines, its immense power is unmatched throughout all translations, going so far as consuming whole moons.
You can eat my whole ass, too. I'll moon it.
Okay, all right.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, roll credits.
Murder.
Fictional
reality. Yeah. So let me show you a picture.
Yeah, let me see this motherfucker.
So the Bakunawa.
Okay. It's just a sea dragon.
Yeah, and it I believe it's a singular instance. Like it is not a
species.
Like, what's the word? It is not a species.
Yeah.
The Bakunawa itself is a sea creature who in different origins and different translations has fallen in love with like certain people, and those people were then punished in some instances for falling in love with the sea dragon or like having a relationship to it. And then sometimes that is the reason, depending on the mythology, depending on the ethno-linguistic origin, that it eats the moon or causes eclipses. And then in other instances, it's people are like witnessing it eating the moon. It's more of an antagonistic situation. It is an extremely interesting just feat of language and tradition, guys. And I was a lot more interesting about choosing my creature. How about that?
Now, Joe,
Yeah.
I hear you. I see it. So it takes the moon. Does it take the sun?
And it takes the moon. And it takes the moon.
And it takes
the sun.
And it takes the moon.
The moon.
Does it take everything that seems like
it
fun?
takes it again.
Does it?
And then chews it up.
And then it's done.
And eats some chowder.
So come on in.
Yeah, and chowder was Filipino. Absolutely.
I respect. Yeah, no, I believe that.
Yeah.
I respect Filipinos. I promise.
I promise.
Yeah, do you have any questions?
I mean, big serpent. I mean, if you're into vor, you know, it's got that going for it.
I gotta say. So
Okay.
speaking of like, you know, praise and worship and degrading, this is an instance where this is literally someone who is not omniscient necessarily, but is so involved and so busy in nature in its role and is very punctual. This person, I don't think has any fun. You know what I'm talking about? This person is so serious and so fucking uptight about its own schedule that like this person is very much like you gotta be very decisive. You gotta make up your mind right then and there.
Okay.
If you or you gotta schedule ahead of time, and then either you're in the moment or you're not, and then things happen or they don't.
Here's what I'm imagining.
You know what I mean?
No spontaneity whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm imagining.
And you know, I don't like spontaneity really either. But what are you imagining?
So
Sorry.
what I'm seeing is, you know, I feel like this person is a busy CFO. Like you go to a business.
Oh my God.
And
everything's capitalism.
Everything comes back to no, because I don't even know a non-capitalist of somebody who is like, or
I don't even know what a non-capitalist looks like or is.
It's actually no, maybe not even a CFO. Maybe it would be this is somebody's personal assistant. So you're trying to meet with somebody else and you meet this person. They're like, hey, this celebrity that you're trying to interview, she needs to leave in 5 minutes. Like, so you need to be honest, like, oh, like, and you have to constantly do these interviews with this person. No? Who are you or what are you imagining?
No.
Okay.
This is a Stardew Valley farmer whose entire life is a single village's entire basis for commerce and economy. This person is like a ranger in D&D. This person has to be his only source of everything, which every now and then he needs to schedule some raw dogging.
Yeah.
But it has to be between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. You need to be able to get done during that time.
I think if he schedules himself enough time, it can be more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I kind of do like the scheduling aspect of this. I kind of do like that this is a person who will be like, hey, I'm busy, so this needs to happen here, and here.
You can look
That's
forward
actually
to
great
it.
for me. That's actually great for me.
You can look
that
forward
kind
to
of
it.
communication. It's pretty good for me. It allows me as a person, hey gang, I love fucking conceptually. But there's a lot of times where I'm just like, now. But if it's scheduled beforehand, I can kind of align myself mentally, so I'm prepared for it.
You can goon a little bit.
I can goon before it so that by the time that they're ready, exactly, I can get on the same wavelength.
And then if you're nice and ready, then you don't. There's no waiting. You can just get right.
And you can get your dick sucked by a fucking giant sea monster. I'm with it. The issue.
Do you see the saliva trail on this creature?
Oh, that shit is wet. It's sloppy toppy fucking central Niagara Falls in that bitch.
Now,
slippery when wet.
Slippery when wet. I do have to ask.
Okay.
Now, I'm noticing that they don't really have any lips. So what's makeout potential
What's
here?
your problem?
What's my problem? My problem is I can kiss them. Can they kiss me back?
Well, they fell in love with a villager, and there are instances where it has form.
Okay. Never mind then. There we go.
So
nope, that was my question.
My question and my problem that you described is this: you say this person's like a stickler. So I don't imagine they do anything but what's effective and what they like. They'll be like, you like this? Well, we'll do it like this. Or I don't think they'll be
There's no
communicative.
time for exploration.
Yeah, it's just like efficiency to the max. So you're coming like crazy. So you're going like you're having a time of your life because they're fucking jackhammering at home. But sometimes you want
if
sensual.
you like what you
design.
like, and you don't like spontaneity, I think that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. But it's one of those things where that's a detriment to somebody who does.
Do you have a problem with stone tops?
I have not been with somebody. I'll be frank. I have not been with somebody who's a stone top, and I don't know if I would enjoy it.
And that's fair.
There's a part of me that doesn't mind the efficiency of like we're just doing this like and they don't really talk. There's not that much foreplay. But I'm also somebody.
What do you like?
What do you like?
Tell me what you like.
But another part of me is somebody who's more of a service person. I like to hear that I'm doing good. That I'm doing what you want. And if I don't hear that, I kind of it sometimes freaks me out.
I think that you will get that, but it'll kind of be an annoying but kind of like thrilling instance of like someone like complimenting you finally, like for the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you look out for those moments. You are expecting. You're waiting. You're like anticipating. This person knows that you're waiting for them. That kind of thing.
Part of it's hot, but then another part of it is just like I'd prefer.
It's annoying.
Yeah. Like if
it's annoying
because you can either get somebody who understands that dynamic and is willing to work with it and be like, hey, I know you need a little push right now, and then I'll go back to being a stone top. But I know you need this little encouragement in this moment. Or you get somebody who doesn't encourage you at all, does their like jackhammers you, and then
stone top doesn't mean a lack of encouragement. It's just that they don't like to receive.
I'm sorry. I meant more. You have that dynamic. You either have somebody who like is a stone, or you have somebody who just like is. Like you have somebody who is stone top, affectionate, still like does the praise, or you have somebody who's just like jackhammer, done, bye.
Yeah,
and it's like that's depending on like the day. Oh,
yeah.
Why don't we jump into the scale and start breaking it down that way?
Did you have a point before getting into it, Kendo?
Yeah, we can cut that part.
Yeah, I have one more question because we've brought it up for the last two, so it feels like it would be wrong not to bring it up for this one. Monogamous or non-monogamous?
I think non-monogamous, but possessive.
See, I'm glad I asked. You know
what I mean? But do you get it though? I think because it's like this person was so intense that they ate the moon.
Yeah, no, I get it. That you know what? That might work for other people.
It wasn't a jealousy thing though. It was that the fact that person was punished for loving them. And it was very much like a how can I handle this primordial power that I have and am with the human error of punishing someone on behalf of me, speaking for me as a creature. It gets into the esoteric.
Okay. All right. I guess as long as it's not like a possessiveness over like my time and
like a singularity,
like a singularity, like it is for them.
I think it's a possessiveness for the assigned time.
That's okay.
If I'm expecting you if I'm expecting you in this capacity, this much, this hard, I want all of you this much, this hard, and then the rest of it can be on our own time.
Which I think that's valid. It's like, hey, if we've allotted a day together, and then halfway through the day you're like, I gotta go, or I got this to do. Yeah, I'm gonna be rightfully upset, or at least be like. But it also depends on his reaction to it, or their reaction to it. If it's like, all right, now I'm going to eat the moon. It's like, okay, if it's that level of dynamic, then we're just like, okay.
Just as much as you are anticipating, he's also anticipating. You are part of his schedule.
Oh, he's gooning too. Life. Okay, then
he's gooning.
He's gooning. He's edging.
He's
the whole
baiting.
time. The whole time. Or do you think he's the kind of person who's like, I'm going to hold off until this like.
he might
then you
blue
ball him. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying that. Why did you go the negative route? I was saying that he was doing that in preparation because he's so excited.
Well, I mean, like, and then if you cancel or you're like, hey, I gotta go.
Right.
Yeah, I
wrong.
know, but like, why would you cancel? Is that the kind of person you are, cleric?
If something comes up, if something like a disaster or a family emergency or something else, that I have to be like, hey, I know we see each other like maybe every 2 weeks. This thing came up today. Do you mind if we like cut it halfway through? And they're like, now I'm gonna now I'm gonna eat the moon.
I'm gonna eat the moon.
It's like, fuck,
I guess that's a good question. Is he how forgiven is he of like true like emergencies?
It depends on the origin and the translation, you know?
So some versions, it could be like, no, I totally get it. Like, you got a thing with your family. I understand. Please go take care of them. And sometimes it's, I'm going to eat the fucking moon.
I'm going to eat the fucking moon. Now, all right. If he's going to...
But also want a schedule.
If he's going to spread his jaws to the moon, we should spread ourselves on the scale.
Yeah.
So let's start it up.
Sex appeal.
I think dragons are hot. I like sea serpents a lot. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 because he also changed forms. Sometimes a long dragon isn't what I'm not really into serpents, a little less so sea serpents. Because then I'm like, if I'm trying to fuck you in the serpent form, I got to find your butthole.
That's super fair.
And I gotta find your butthole.
I've been watching a lot of dragon porn, however, so I'm fairly into it. Like Asian dragons being super long. You just gotta.
Oh, they can coil. Wait,
I know exactly what you're talking
Make it to 8. Oh, sorry, bring that up to an 8. They can coil.
Did I know exactly what you're talking about? Because it was also what I was thinking of.
Yeah. 9.
So I'm gonna go 7. I agree. Long serpent isn't usually my go-to, but I will admit, there is something tentacle-like about a dragon. Lots of coiling that can happen, which feels very intimate, and especially because it is just like probably moving through the water like a serpent. It's got the musculature. It's going to be a nice firm hold. 100%. Yeah, 7.
All right.
Poisonality.
They're a little intense for my liking.
Yeah, I'm not too big on it.
Absolutely.
They're a little intense.
Absolutely.
Also, I don't see that. They don't seem like a person with a sense of humor. I don't know if we can bit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 4.
I'm gonna have to go 1. It's just a little too intense for me.
That's okay.
Can't really. There's no time to really. I'm not necessarily possessive of time, but quality time is a big thing for me. Like even just like casual hanging out or like parallel, like doing even separate things. There's no real opportunity.
You have to be doing something important for him to be there.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, I get that, I respect it. I just don't think it's gonna work out.
Yeah. I'm going 6.
Okay. So then encounter chance. No, relationship potential. I don't think you can have a relationship with this person. I think it's very difficult to have an established relationship with this person.
It's difficult. It is. When it's there, it's there.
It's doable. I'll give this a 3 out of 10. I'll give this a 3.
So generous. Thank you so much, Mr. Cleric 34.
Generous.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. 7 on my end.
I think there are a lot of positives. There's some negatives. I love the scheduling. Like, I'm not a person where like I don't need to be around a person like a lot of the time. I would like some casual like time.
Sorry. No,
yeah, that's exactly.
Ain't happening.
Yeah,
I love to be alone. So
here's a no. I also love to be alone, but like I would like for there to be like we ran into each other like while doing a thing where like our things just happen to pass by, like any of that.
I'm also an acts of services person, so like I don't need quality time. Love quality time. I get you.
Yeah. No, I get you. I'm gonna go 4 because it could work, but it would take a lot of work. It would take a lot of work that I'm willing to put in, but is he?
The answer is no. But
encounter chance.
encounter chance is low because it's only one. It's a singular dude floating around in the ocean.
Correct.
I don't think it's that high. I'm gonna have to give this a 2, maybe. Like 1.5 actually.
Okay, to be fair, Jinbe is also just one dude.
Yeah,
floating around.
But he's
the sea.
actively visiting places, and he's going to the islands. He's going mainland.
That's
you
the
don't
thing.
have to
I
travel
guess,
to there.
okay.
You can also go
Fair
on the
enough,
sea and
fair
find
enough.
him. This serpent's just chilling. We don't really know where they go. He appears in stories.
Yeah. Natural disasters and storms.
I've never personally been in a place that has had a natural disaster, thankfully. So I don't think I don't think
sounds like you're not Puerto Rican.
Well, you know, I'm not. I'm
or
black.
South Korean. Yeah.
No, I'm black. I guess I've been in places that have had tornadoes because I've lived in the Midwest, but
Not water-based.
I don't think,
So-
I don't think
that's air.
tornadoes.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
Wrong element. You're not in the air episode.
No.
You're in the sea episode.
You literally
Loser.
didn't let me even finish.
I don't
was
care.
gonna
Say your
wrap
score.
around and 1.
That's fair.
I'm so sorry.
And we're getting to a fun one. Death risk.
I feel like death risk is kind of high for
Yeah.
this
It's
one.
so fucking
He'll
high,
eat
dude.
you real
don't
quick.
even-
He does not care.
Yeah.
He ate the moon. He'll eat me.
He'll eat
Not
the moon.
sexily.
He can
He'll
eat
eat the
he can
sun.
eat anything if he can eat the moon.
And if
He'll
can
eat
anything.
everything that tastes like fun.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Rada, 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 rada.
So come on. Okay.
I'm fun. He can eat me. I'm fun.
I'm fun.
I'm fun. Here's the thing.
3.
No, you go. Oh, 3?
3's intense. What are you thinking, Kendall?
I kind of was thinking around there because it's not like I feel like it wouldn't. I don't feel like our dynamic would be malicious. I don't think he would want to kill me, but I do think the
He
potential is really
He's
high,
so good.
and also feels like he might have some anger issues that he has to deal with.
Yeah.
Eating
And he's
the
not going
moon.
to.
And he's not going to. It doesn't fit in the schedule, and I understand that, but I also need to be able to respect myself and respect my own, all time. I don't want him to be in a position where I do something. There's like some unvoiced like problem in the relationship, that because we just don't have the time to be together because we're only together, whenever his schedule allows, that then bubbles up to an issue on his part that he just hasn't been able to talk about, and then he eats the moon. And it's like, okay, why are you always doing this?
and then he eats the moon.
Why does he
It's
keep
like,
eating
why
the
are you
moon?
always resulting to this?
We
can
only have
talk about
one.
that.
Okay, what I'm imagining now is he's in an argument, and you're just like, babe, I can't really schedule more time. We're trying to figure it out. I was like, if you keep talking to me like that, I'll eat the moon. I'll fucking do
It's
it.
like,
And you're like, come on.
You're always threatening to eat the
Come
moon and
on.
changing the tides.
And you
It's
know you won't do that because you're on a schedule. Like
I can make time.
we already
What-
know.
I can make time
so
to eat the moon.
you'll make time to eat the moon, but you won't make time to, I don't know, have a nice dinner.
I'm on a schedule. I can make
There's
time.
no point.
If you cancel on me, then I have time to eat the moon. But if I don't have
It's
time
not
to
an
eat the moon,
efficient thing of time. Use of
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
What was your score, Kendo?
I think I said 3.
I will also
3.
echo
Okay.
a 3.
Okay.
So with that, for the last time,
We have the numbers.
let's go run into a storm real quick. Get some. Then we'll pause for a Oh, lots of wind.
There was so much wind.
All right, Joe, read off that
My
spreadsheet
ass.
one more time.
Okay, so for Cleric with the Bakunawa, a 3.9, very strong. For Joe, for the Bakunawa, a 5.6. And then for Kendo, a 3.2, which gives the Bakunawa for this episode a 4.2.
All right.
Wow. There we go.
At least we have a clear loser.
I'm sorry
So
to the Bakunawa.
So speaking of that, Cleric, do you want to hear about the loser or the winner first?
Let's
today?
do loser first. I really want to hear that again.
Okay, again. Our loser for today, this episode, is the Bakunawa with a 4.2. Our mid for this episode, although a pretty high mid, is Jinbe with a 7.4 and Granmamare with a 7.5 today, a guest winner.
Let's go, big lady.
Yeah, you could celebrate Big Lady. So,
I'll
Kendo,
celebrate big ladies.
it was so nice to have you on here, but unfortunately, you're gonna have to go back in the box.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I can.
We can give you a running start.
Running. So what? Wait, what's
5,
gonna happen if?
4, 3.
Plug your stuff. You have 3 seconds.
My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at KendoMakesFilms. If I'm not there, then that place doesn't really matter. You can find my actual play podcast, Tales Yet Told, everywhere on the internet that matters at Tales Yet Told, and everywhere you get your podcast. We're currently on hiatus, which means it's a perfect time to catch up.
1 3/4.
That's it. You can. Yeah, no, that's it.
1. All right, back in the box. All right, we'll just ship this back to Earth. Don't worry, I'll put holes in it this time. We'll just ship this back to Earth, in 3 to 4 business days. It'll get there. 34 celestial or, international business days. I don't know how long that is in real time.
Maybe like a year.
All right, well, into the mail it goes. Well, other than that, Joe, this has been, I think, a wonderful, productive episode, wouldn't you say?
I'm delirious.
Yeah, we're going to finish packing up our old office before we move on to a new, spanking, brand new one. Hope you all enjoy. So, for us here at MFA, I hit you with the 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Your hosts have been Cleric and Josephine, who you can find on Twitter as Cleric_34 and Scary Dog Friend, respectively. The show has been edited by Castrol, who you can find under the name Holocompass. Our marketing strategist is Gwen, who you can find as Glitchy Pixie, and the character designs are done by Ribby, who you can find at Art by Ribby. Our intro and outro song is Fiction/Reality by Hypno Sister. Thank you to Soren for the use of the song. Our Ko-fi members are Akima, Daedori, Amelia G, Gwendolyn, Christian J, Bunhan, Zombiefighter89, Antonio Nipples, and Andrew Clark. You can each listen to the outtakes for this episode by heading over to our Ko-fi page at kofi.com/monsterloverpod. Follow us on Twitter to keep up to date with us. That's at monsterloverpod. And if you want to support us, rate us on Spotify or leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us out a bunch. Anyway, the next episode comes out on April 6th. And it's going to be out of this world. Anyway, we'll see you then. Bye.
Fiction or reality? How do you see me? Please don't forget me by my name, even if it's all a game. Your words will remain when you said that I was your ambition. I don't know reality or fiction, no. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
Do you recognize this, Kendo?
No, I was reading through the Granmamare wiki, and she is omniscient. Her name means all seeing and all hearing.
Oh, shit. Anyway.